Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of the Nerdpocalypse Podcast. I'm your host, Jay. I'm here with my co-host, Micah.
Hey.
Terrence.
What's up?
And special guest, Demetrius.
What's up?
All right, guys, we're back. We have plenty to talk about this week. No science and tech, and no question of the week, just because the docket is chock full of a bunch of crazy. So there is a review up right now that Demetrius and I sat down and did for Gemini Man. This is the Will Smith vehicle. I use that phrase very specifically. So check that out. It's on the Coming Distractions podcast feed, or the videos on youtube.com/The Nerdpocalypse. Micah, you read the first issue of Dr. Doom, I assume?
Yeah. So we don't talk much about comics anymore, but, except for like big stuff like that new X-Men run and stuff like that. But I will be remiss if I didn't talk about the new Dr. Doom monthly. And I don't have the specs for it, sorry. Who wrote it. And I think the guy who wrote Halt and Catch Fire wrote this.
Nigga, what? Are you serious?
Yeah, look it up. Double check me.
Let me just go ahead and buy this right now. Wow, I did not know that.
But, this is the new monthly starring Dr. Doom. And I gotta tell you, if this guy wrote Halt and Catch Fire, I don't know if I want to watch it.
Really?
It's a little shaky. This first issue is a little shaky.
Okay, in fairness, Halt and Catch Fire is also shaky out the gate too. In fairness.
All right. Well, this takes place after Infamous Iron Man, right? And after Infamous Iron Man, Doom kind of exiles himself. His face gets re-scarred. He gets a pep talk from this woman who eventually becomes his sidekick named Victorious, and he goes back to ruling Latveria in his old armor and stuff like that, right? So the movie opens up, and that's how much I don't read. Wow. The book opens up with a newscaster talking with a scientist about how they've essentially...
No, this guy did not write Halt and Catch Fire.
Okay, I don't know where I saw that. See what did he write?
He's written for Vice. Cantwell writes essays on his personal blog about topics including white supremacy, alt-right politics, libertarianism, and the men's rights movement. Okay. I hope that's anti the men's rights movement.
That's a whole thing, isn't it?
Yeah, yikes. If this is this the same guy? Because, Southern Poverty Law Center is like, this guy is a fucking problem. No, this can't be the same Chris. Oh, yeah, that guy's a Nazi. This is not the same guy. It can't be the same guy.
Yeah, like American neo-Nazi.
You remember after Charlottesville, the crying Nazi, he was like, oh, they're going to arrest me. That guy has the same name as this guy. That is unfortunate. It's not the same guy.
I was about to say, this book is being written by a Nazi. I gotta see if I get a refund. I like the character and all, but goddamn,
Okay. Micah loves Nazi propaganda. Okay, different Chris Cantwell. Sorry.
American writer.
Yes,
producer.
he did write Halt and Catch Fire.
Okay.
Not the Nazi. A different guy. God damn.
All right, so the book opens up with essentially a newscast, like Good Day LA or whatever, just fucking two white people, hey everybody, right? Yeah. And they're talking with the scientist about how essentially
Nazi scientist.
Maybe once you hear the idea, they're talking about how they're going to fix climate change with this. So they have a space station on the dark side of the moon, and they're going to fix climate change by sucking all the CO2 emissions into a man-made black hole.
It seems like a bad idea.
That's what Dr. Doom said, right? The fucking newscaster throws it to Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is like, nah, this is bad.
Wait,
this is gonna
they throw it to Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is on the panel?
On the panel, yeah.
He's
a talking head on the panel.
Does he have the mask on?
He's got the mask. He's got the full regalia. He's got the...
But but he's the leader of a country.
Right. He's a diplomat, right? And
That's hilarious. Like, no, Doom, what do you think?
What do you think, Dr. Doom? Because you were supposed to be on this panel, but you backed out of it, and people think you're jealous. That's why you say this isn't going to work. And he's like, nah, yo, opening a black hole on the moon, like, this shit has intergalactic problem written all over it. And they're like, nah, it's going to work, yo. And
It's gonna work.
And Doom was like, what's your name? Steven? Okay. I'm gonna remember that. Right?
Oh, okay.
So then,
Your name's Steven, right? Yeah. Can you fight?
I mean, essentially, because he tells his herald, he was like, go fetch me that Steven guy and bring him here.
Damn.
Right? Like, it's Dr. Doom, right? And it's weird, right? Because this book is kind of all over the place, and Dr. Doom's characterization is kind of all over the place. Like, while I appreciate his characterization being all over the place because he speaks differently with different people, and you know, like the people that are loyal to him, he speaks to them a certain way. People like Steven, fuck that nigga, right? Like, fuck Steven, right? But at the same time, some of the writing is weird. Like, there's at one point, Doom is fighting Union Jack, and
Weird.
And he makes a Brexit pun. Brexit stage left. Like, what the fuck? Dr. Doom would not say Brexit stage left. You know what I mean? Like, that's just weird, right? So some of the writing is all over the place, and the story kind of starts off with the black hole thing, and eventually it leads to an attack on that space station from Latveria.
Interesting. Okay.
Doom did not authorize that.
Oh, okay. So that's a cliffhanger.
Right. So that's the cliffhanger. That's where the story kind of gets going. So I find it, you know, acknowledging my bias, I think it's a decent first issue.
Not great.
But it's not great. But, you know, I'll give it a chance to kind of warm up.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, let me know what you think, because I do think Christopher Cantwell, not known Nazi.
That's messed up.
Yeah, what a mistake that was. Yikes.
Need a pen name.
Yeah,
bro.
dude. Like, I don't know. Go by like C Easy or something. I don't know. But Halt and Catch Fire it's a little slow to start, but once it catches its legs, like,
Once it catches fire.
yeah, there you go. I mean, thank you.
I'm a dad, guys.
Do you know what that term means, by the way?
What? Catch fire.
So Halt and Catch Fire is a computer term. Basically, pull all resources to this one thing, right? And, you know, just kind of pull everything and then focus on one thing.
Yeah.
So once that kind of got its legs after it kind of established everything, and it was like, okay, this is the direction that we're going, that's when he gets really good. So maybe that's how his writing just is, as he's doing more just sort of ground building.
Yeah.
Some writers can do ground building and start the story like simultaneously.
It's weird, man. Kang makes an appearance at one point. Yeah, Kang the Conqueror makes an appearance at one point.
See, that's a lot of, like, time travel guy, Union Jack.
Right.
There's a black hole. Like, all right, that's a lot of things. But see, that sounds like Halt and Catch Fire. Like, why is that guy there? Who is that person? Right. Why is there a black hole? Like, what is all this stuff going on? And then it's kind of like, okay, now we have a direction. So maybe that's how it is, or maybe it's just bad. I mean, it could just be a bad story.
Why is everything focused on the dark side of the moon?
Because it's unknown.
Can't see it.
Yeah, it's unknown. Does it? They don't really have an answer. It's like, it was just mad dark over there. Like, what's going on? It's just mad dark.
Yeah, we can do.
Yeah, it really is. It's a Deus Ex Machina. Just in reference to comics, though, just quickly, House of X and Power of X have both finished, so they're each 6 books apiece. Highly recommend it.
Which comes first?
So you have to read them. You ping pong back and forth. So you read because that's how they came out. House of X 1, then Power of X 1, House of X 2, Power of X. Like, you should read it when you read through it. You should read it back and forth like that.
Okay.
So it's possibly the best X-Men story I've read in like 10 years. Easily. I'm telling you, man. It's super good. And it just resets everything in a way, like, you're like, damn, I really... Because I don't normally read week-to-week shit. Because I'm just like, just give me a trade or one I can just go and straight read through it. But I was actually really excited for, like, the next book, which is rare.
Now, do you see this to be something that the MCU would jump off from? or at least translate
you
into.
can't jump off from it because what the story. I don't want to give away too much because like the key is like kind of not knowing almost anything about it going into it, but it's basically you need the history of the X-Men. You need that established history that everybody generally knows in order for this to work, right? Okay. Because they basically take a chess set, knock all the pieces off the board, and then put everything back and they go, now see, this is what actually makes sense, right? Like, there are characters in the X-Men lore that have never done what they do in this, and you never knew they could do these things, right? There are characters in the X-Men lore that have been completely and utterly fucking useless for 20 years, and they figured out something. They were like, why don't we take that person's powers and translate it into this is what this is for. And then you see that character is worth so much more than that character has ever been worth. And it's incredibly important. But you need that history in order to do it. No, but it's cool. It's
worth a buy.
It is worth a buy. It is worth a buy.
As far as like a hardcover buy, like Black Panther, one by Ta-Nehisi Coates type deal, or is it just like a digital?
I mean, I'm reading it digital because I read all comics digitally. But right. I would buy it. I would buy a hard copy of it. But right now, like you can get all 12 books digitally. I would just get it so you can read it. I would highly recommend it. It's super good. All right, let's get right into the rest of it. Stupid Tech this week is back. Self-driving garbage cans.
Man.
Called the Smart Can, which is dumb. Despite what the inventors of the world want you to believe, not everything in your home needs to be intelligent, automated, or motorized, except for your garbage cans, apparently. Invented by Andrew Murray, and currently in development at the company founded, a company called Resi that he founded. These robot trash cans will just drive up to the curb for you.
Now, what's the weight capacity?
It looks like one of those big ass trash cans like that Baltimore City gives out. Like, it's a pretty big trash can.
Right. I mean, I see it moving, but I'm wondering, like, if you put some stuff in there, like you're doing stuff in your backyard.
Right.
If you put one of those concrete slabs back there, will that shit still move?
Yeah, my guess is no. Yeah, this shit ain't going nowhere.
Looks like a remote control car there.
Yeah, so it basically has this like little base. Yeah, it's fucking dumb. But it has this like little base, almost like a Roomba. And you put it in your yard or what have you, and that's where it lives. And then you put one out in the curb and hope that you don't live in a real city where somebody will steal it. And then the can drives out and it parks itself there.
And then you also have to worry about the
First of all,
giving a fuck.
Yeah, no, they're just gonna throw.
Yeah, they're just be like, what is this? First of all, most people put their trash on the side of it. They don't leave it on the fucking sidewalk. That's not how people put their trash cans out.
What do you mean? Like they put it in the street or something?
Right.
Like, yeah, that's what I do.
Your trash can is not on your fucking sidewalk. No, in the grass.
No, it's in the
street.
It's in the street.
Where do you put this?
Yeah, this feels like something very specific to like this person's only lived in one city.
Yeah, that doesn't make it. I've never seen anyone put their trash cans on the sidewalk.
Right. Well, and it also implies that there's no grass.
Right.
This is all concrete. Like, I'm like,
you'd have to. It would have to roll itself down the fucking driveway into the street, and then no. Fuck you. This is stupid. Close. I can't I don't like dumb technology.
I mean, it's pretty stupid.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's the Smart Can, though.
It's dumb. Like, as a person who loves automated shit, I just walk my trash can. I just walk my trash can over, yo.
So when the trash man, like, when they dump it, and just throw that bitch back in the street because that's what they do.
Yo, you know how many trash cans? You know how many times I find my trash can laying over, not upright? They're like, "Oh, he's got a Smart Can. Let me be reasonable." They'd be like, "Fucking throw it. Who cares?"
It's gonna be on its side.
Nigga, it's 6:00 in the morning. I don't have time for your Smart Can. Who cares? Did you leave me liquor?
It would pick itself up off the ground.
Right. Did you leave me any liquor on Thanksgiving?
Your house, which I don't think it's gonna do.
Yeah, you also need to leave your gate open.
No, fuck you. Nah. It's, first of all, it's gonna... No.
Have you already closed the story?
Yeah, it's closed. It doesn't make any sense.
Let's move on. I agree. It's very, very stupid. Make sure you go to the nerdpocalypse.com/Amazon. Use that link whenever you want to buy anything on Amazon to help Jeff Bezos get a little bit more money because he needs it.
What is he worth?
After a divorce,
I think
160 billion still.
No, he's up to like $118 billion.
Oh wow.
No, he recouped a lot of that
Sad.
real fast.
Right. Wait, she got half, right? And he was worth 140.
He was worth
150.
160.
Yeah.
She got half.
Yeah.
Was it 80?
He's
So
already
he went
gained back like $30 billion.
That's obnoxious,
Yeah.
yo. Somebody need to just beat him up or something. I don't know.
I mean, who gonna do it?
Yeah.
I mean, I'd do it if I could get to
Yeah,
him.
but that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
If I could
You
get
ain't
to
going nowhere near. He probably got the Israeli mafia in his back pocket.
Yeah. I would. You got $118 billion. I'm like, oh, is that Terrence? Kill him.
You could
Right.
build a city.
Yeah, of course. I would. I would build a dome right over Amazon. I'd be like, I would open up a man-made black hole on the dark side of the moon with my extra Jeff Bezos money. It'll work. It'll be fine. All right, let's get into the lightning round. Micah, take it away.
So, Yahya Abdul Mateen II
Good job.
is
Don't confuse him with his father.
is cast in an as unyet named role for the fourth Matrix film, according to Variety. If this report is correct, Abdul Mateen II would join returning Keanu Reeves and Carrie Ann Moss. The rumor is that the film was looking for a younger version of Lawrence Fishburne's character. I still don't see it.
Yeah, that don't work. Not with him.
Nah. If that's the plan, they ain't even trying.
Yeah. There's
They're
like,
not even trying.
we saw this black guy fuck another black guy in a video game. He's cool. It works.
Does this excite you for Matrix 4? Are you excited for Matrix 4 anyway?
No.
No, because I don't know what's going on, and it sounds very prequel-ish, and I don't care for that.
Yeah, if it's a younger version of him. But it's the Matrix. Can't they do whatever they want?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
that's the thing. Who knows?
I've been thinking about this.
Okay. Someone is excited about the Matrix.
You know what? I'm not against it.
No, I'm not against it. I just don't
give a
know.
fuck.
I just
But no,
don't
see,
know.
okay, so the thing is, if you're talking about this might be the 7th iteration of the Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Then what if this past Neo was so special within the code or hardwired within the code that when they
Jesus. At the end of the third
that's
one?
what they were.
Yeah,
That's what
basically.
he was.
Like by the end of the third one, he was Jesus.
Right. But see, that's the thing. Like, so what if this older Neo and this older Trinity gets rebooted or whatever while they have a younger Morpheus in this new iteration of this Matrix? And I mean, it's all computer programming. I mean, if you watch Reboot, you know, all of this shit's, you know, completely plausible. You know, you just have to think, well, this older code, which is what the second one was all about, because the older codes were or the exile codes were all those werewolves and ghosts and all this shit, whatever,
right. All the
twins.
anomalies. Yep.
Right. So an older Neo, not John Wick, but that's another thing. I heard that John Wick was essentially Neo still being in the program.
People
somewhere.
are such nerds.
Yeah, all right. I need everybody to calm down with the connected universe shit.
Like Keanu Reeves connected you. Or just calm down.
But
and
honestly,
then he's Bill in the other. Just relax.
And then he's
I mean-
a dead guy, and then in that other movie, like, all right, yo,
The one in the house.
yeah, like, calm
Wait,
down.
which one are you talking about?
Sweet November or Safe House or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Not
When
Sweet
the
November.
woman was talking to him through a mailbox or some shit.
Right.
Shut
The lake house. There you go. Lake House Terrace or whatever.
So all this stuff is plausible. All of it's plausible if you're just thinking about it within code.
Yeah. I mean, so here's the thing. I don't know what the Matrix 4 is going to be. So, to me, I don't have much of an opinion of like yay or nay. I don't know what it's going to be, and I hope that it is something interesting because I think the last two movies were a mistake. They felt rushed, right? Like the Matrix 2 and 3 is the same reason I am terrified when any director says we're gonna film 2 movies back to back. I'm like, oh no, don't do that. Because I feel like they never can focus on one film properly.
Yeah.
And when they said that about Infinity War and Endgame, I was like, ooh, no. But they pulled it off. It was great. But The Matrix 2 and 3 was literally every time I hear someone say that, I'm like, don't do that. That's why. And those movies are a mistake.
They did that with Deathly Hallows 1 and 2. They filmed them, back to back.
They did, and those were
or simultaneously. But the thing is, Deathly Hallows 1 was
not that great.
Was a slug. Yeah,
it wasn't that great, and it was. I mean, if you read the books, it was supposed to be kind of it was a cooling off period before the big shit. So yeah, but it is easily one of the worst of those movies. Okay, that's fine. It's cool. This guy's getting a lot of work. This guy is kind of everywhere. I mean, he's a Black Manta. I mean, he's been doing, and not just getting a lot of work, but some pretty big roles. So, and I think he's a good actor. So
yeah,
I'm down for it.
DC repeats history by asking fans if Robin should live or die on Titans. So apparently, Titans, the DC Universe app TV show that is all the rage, ended with a cliffhanger. Somebody dropped Jason Todd off a building. And DC has a poll on its website asking, do you want Jason Todd to live or die? This is very reminiscent of the 1988 Batman story arc of Death in the Family, in which fans, it was left up to fans as to whether or not they let Jason Todd, a child, get murdered by a clown with a crowbar. America is fucked up because they let him die.
Yeah, they chose that. America's still fucked up because right now at 51% to 49%, Jason dies. And I just voted. You're welcome. No, he should die, right? I mean, he should die, but he should die in the proper way because he should die by the hands of the Joker and then be brought back as Red Hood.
Yeah, but
because the whole thing is he becomes Red Hood because he's so fucked up from being killed by the Joker. And then doesn't he get thrown in the Lazarus pit or something? I don't really read DC Comics.
I'm not aware.
Bad.
I'm not aware, but no one ever really dies. So
Uncle Ben died.
He'll
no bullshit. Several times in movies.
Well, yeah. Good. Uncle Ben is the only one that can be dead in comics.
Yeah, Superman's parents.
No, they fluctuate. No. Pa can't still
alive. Damn, that's right.
Because that's the reason he's a nice fucking guy.
Yeah. Damn, they really don't let anybody fucking go.
Also Batman's parents.
Yeah, Batman's
parents are the only ones that die.
Unless you go to an alternate universe.
Right.
Thomas Wayne,
alternate universe.
Yeah,
right.
That's true. Yeah, they kept both of his parents alive in the alternate universe.
Yeah. Because one of them turned into Batman and one of them turned into the Joker.
Which is, by the way, you know what? I'll save it. I'll save it. Because, again, I feel like people get really mad at Elseworld stories in one medium, but are totally okay with them in another medium, which doesn't make any sense to me. But consistency, fuck it. Who cares? So Jason Todd should die. That's cool. Whatever. But I thought that was cool that they're kind of redoing the classic story.
It's very cute.
Yeah.
It's very cute. Or one could say they're rehashing ideas. I don't know. You be the judge.
Yeah. Also, stop voting for children to die. That's not good.
When you frame it like that,
it really has a problem.
It's fucked up.
Well, he's not a child in this, right?
He's not. Yeah.
He might be 18.
He's not an adult.
Oh.
He's an adult by the letter of the law.
Yeah.
He's old enough to die for his country, but not old enough to have a drink.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's always.
This never made sense. Can I buy a pack of cigarettes? No. Go over there and get shot with a 50 cal. What? These rules don't make sense.
Staying on the DC train, we got Joker beef. One Joker is a little bit upset about another Joker because the Jokers that run the Joker movies franchise decided that they didn't want the initial Joker and they wanted this new Joker. Jared Leto.
I told you.
Jared Leto reportedly is a bit upset about Joaquin Phoenix being.
I thought he didn't give a fuck about
movie.
being the Joker anyway.
Well,
I thought he really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
You know,
he was mad
given-
that he didn't get enough time.
Set.
Yeah, he
But,
was
like,
mad.
After
He-
the movie came out, he was in it for 5 minutes. He was like, "What the fuck, bro?"
Right. That's why he was mad because they recorded all these scenes of him giving anal beads to people or whatever he was doing.
Yeah, no, like literally
He was doing
we
some wild shit.
Yeah, and they cut all that dumb shit out because they were like, "Yo, this is fucking stupid. I don't know what you're doing here. I'm just gonna take it out of the movie." And he was a little upset about that. But
I'm gonna go run a cult on an
But on every outlet that I've seen, whether it be like a T-shirt vendor or a poster or something like that,
I know exactly what you're gonna say. It's
they
hilarious.
completely omit Jared Leto's Joker. It's like he doesn't even exist.
That Joker T-shirt, it was like, here are all 5 Jokers. I was like, they put that animated Joker up there instead of him. That was fucked up. And like, his name fits. Like, you could have put him on one of the left. Like, all right, yo.
nope, Jared Leto doesn't have a Joke or R in it.
They could have been 2 spaces. They were just like, nope. Bring Mark Hamill in. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Man,
To be fair,
it was like
Yes, Hamill is a far better Joker, but I just found that funny that they didn't even. You could have done like Jokers, right? You could have found somebody with an S in there. They were like, nah, don't worry about it. That shit was fucked up.
This tidbit comes from a
Yeah, Jack
report.
Nicholson would have worked. What the fuck? Could have used an S.
This tidbit comes from a report focused on Martin Scorsese's involvement in Todd Phillips' Joker movie and merely mentions Leto in passing, but even that little bit of insight speaks volumes. So yeah, he
Martin Scorsese was like, no.
Martin Scorsese was like, "Yo, I don't like these motherfuckers to begin with, so I'm not gonna put that fucking weirdo in my movie."
Yeah.
So yeah, does anybody care that this rich guy is mad that another wealthy individual got to play a role that neither one of them created?
Oh, you put it like that. No, I mean this is what we warned about. This is why you don't have 2 people playing the same character inside your universe. This is a mistake.
But is it a universe?
it's not.
This
is a one-off now.
Right, but Jared Leto, he gonna feel some kind of way when his part was cut down to shit, and then this other guy gets a whole
fucking
movie, and he don't even have to share the screen with fucking Batman. He just gets to go do his own thing, and everyone's praising it as so great. And now,
that
like,
Jared Leto Joker. I mean, that Jared Leto Joker is
bad.
really bad. Like,
It's
it
bad.
reminds me. Sorry, this is a wrestling reference, but his Joker reminds me of Seth Rollins, dude. Like, like, all right. That's a terrible fucking laugh, yo.
Yeah.
I hate it. I hate it.
And it was funny because it was so forced. It felt.
yeah. He did like he was like
All right, yo.
yeah,
All
like
right.
like you know how well you saw it. This one here, he was kind of balletic to a degree. That's how Jared Leto was trying to
It didn't work.
no.
It didn't work at all.
I didn't like the gangster.
I
version
just
of this.
I don't
even mind a gangster Joker, but like,
But he wasn't the gangster version.
right? Like, I heard somebody refer to him as Florida Joker.
Yeah.
He's tattooed all on his face. He looks like he does meth.
Yeah. Like the look I didn't bother me at first, but I think along with the performance it really soured me on the look. Like I thought the look was interesting and different, but boy does it not work when the personality isn't there. Cuz like if the personality was there, I think I could have been like, okay, like I can look past it. But it just his personality just was not good.
With the different versions of the Joker that you've seen since 1992 or even since 1985
Like Jack
or
Nicholson.
whatever.
Jack Nicholson was a gangster Joker.
Right.
Yeah,
But he
Jack
was like an 80s.
Yeah, he
gangster
was
Joker.
like a
But-
real
But
gangster.
my question is like what personality would have fit with that look? Out of all the ones that you've seen, whether
Florida man. I mean, I really, you're right. Like I don't know, but I'm just saying, like if he would have had more of a classic personality, or just I shouldn't even say that, or a personality I just liked. I don't know that it even had to be like of a Joker that I've seen before. It felt like he had watched a couple clips of the Joker, and he was like, and he watched Ledger's Joker, and it was like, I want to do something different, and different isn't always good. And he was just like, he just went a completely different way. It just didn't work. And I hope that even though that drawing in the trailer for Birds of Prey looks like Leto, I really hope they move away from that. Like, even if it's not Joaquin Phoenix, I just hope they just move away from that. It just does not work.
I was trying to remember the Jokers that were on that shirt. Nigga, they put Cesar Romero in Joker.
Yeah, they did.
He was real classy though. He was real chill. I seen some video of him. But see, okay, I saw the Joker, and the whole descent into mental illness thing was really there. But then
further descent,
right, further. Yeah. But it, the actual personality that he had, when you actually realize that, he was left-handed when he was Arthur, and then he's right-handed as the Joker. Like how much thought went into it, and when he was sitting on that soundstage with the guy.
Don't spoil it for people.
Okay, with that guy, but still, like you could tell that's in the trailer where he was there and on the show, but his demeanor was so calm and reserved, and he was clear-headed, and there was every message that he had to say when he became the Joker to the fullest extent. Seemed like he was like well thought out, methodical, but then that moment of chaos was like just there. Yeah. And then he pulled it right back.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think the big difference is? Joaquin Phoenix is just a better actor than Jared Leto is. Like he just is. And also, in fairness to Jared Leto, who I don't think is a bad actor, like the dude has an Oscar, like he is good when he is given a proper role and given a good script. They wrote the script for Suicide Squad in 6 fucking weeks. Mm-hmm. 6 weeks. Like, come on. Like, bad guy has his head blown off and get it, girl, and laser at the end. Like, what the fuck kind of script is this?
See,
that's my summary of Suicide Squad.
The Jared Leto Joker was essentially trying to be what I just described. It's just on that edge, ready to pop off whenever, but was showing signs of like craziness or whatever the entire time.
He never dialed it back. That's absolutely right. Because like that's the one thing, and this isn't a spoiler for Joker, but the one thing I missed that I wanted to see in Phoenix's performance of Joker, and it's just a classic Joker thing. I mean, you do it however you want to do it. I thought he was great, but that whole idea of like the Joker does that weird thing where he's like talking lightly, and then he does that like look at me kind of like fucking flip out that he does. I always enjoy those, like that sort of dichotomy of that personality, because Ledger nailed it perfectly when he had those like the guys were dressing up like Batman in the Dark Knight, and he's like, you think you're Batman? He's like, no. He's like, then why do you dress like him? And he's like that, and the guy's like, I don't know. And he's like, look at me, and he gets super fucking serious for a second. And you're like, this motherfucker's not playing around. Like he cuts in and out of that. What's name didn't do that. He was much more, when he in the end of the movie, he was much more reserved, but it was fucking terrifying. Like, because everybody's just like, please stop, please, everything here is uneasy, everything feels wrong. But that was the one thing he didn't do, and that's his own interpretation. But Leto was just at 110 the whole time. Hey, it's a season. Like, it was like, what is going on?
You sound like Aziz Ansari.
Yeah. Amazing things. It's like, all right, Jesus Christ. Sit down, dude. Just take some CBD oil and just relax.
And see, there was a lot of this Joker that was, you could tell a lot of his specific humor was interwoven within the script. Like the apartment scene, I'm not gonna go into it, but the apartment scene where the two guys came in.
Yeah.
That one part where they were trying to leave, that shit was hilarious.
Look, man. I laughed.
That shit was funny as hell.
It's just funny as shit. It was funny. Was it fucked up? Yeah, it was fucked up, but it was funny. Yeah. But like that was the thing, is like he had a real personality, where Leto felt like he had just kind of taken the high notes and was just like, I'm just going to do that. Now, that may be his interpretation. It may have been that script was fucking shit. I don't know. But I mean, the script is definitely shit. Yes, that's what I'm saying. But it may not only be him. It may also be the script. So I don't know. Here's my thing. I'm not willing to give it a second chance. Just get a new Joker. Or just a completely different interpretation of him. Like, you can just have Leto do it, but you gotta tighten up that interpretation. It stunk. It just stunk.
Have you been thinking about theories as to since has it known widely that Bruce Wayne's in this movie?
What, in the new one? Yeah, as a kid. I mean, he's
as a kid. So the idea that a new Joker that could match Batman's age when he grows up or whatever could just be inspired by this one.
I heard people say that was supposed to be Leto's Joker, the one that is inspired, and then that's
knock it off. Knock it off. No. And then Keanu shows up because he's from the multiverse. All right, relax, everybody. Just relax. They're not connected. Please stop trying to connect the shitty movie to a good one. All right, let's move on from there, Micah.
A female-led John Wick spinoff is reportedly in the works. Ballerina is a movie that will be set in the John Wick world, focusing on a young female assassin, and it is being fast-tracked according to Deadline. Underworld creator Len Wiseman is
I'm done with that script. I'm done.
Is set to direct the movie with a script from Shay Hatton, who penned the third John Wick movie. The person who wrote the third John Wick movie is.
Did they write it or just like take a bunch of words and throw them shits on a fucking?
I don't even think they took a bunch of words. I think they just said dogfight, go.
Look. I know people love that movie.
I love it.
Yo, look, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. It's not a movie, yo. It's not even a movie.
John Wick is in a dogfight with Halle Berry, and then John Wick goes to the desert, and then John Wick comes back to the city, and then John Wick fights more people. Bam!
Third grade book report.
Yo, it's a fucking outline. It is it's not a script. They don't I am amazed that critics are like, this is a really good movie. Is it? Is it a good movie? It's an enjoyable series of action sequences that are expertly done.
Yeah.
But I have zero desire to watch Atomic Blonde now. I have zero desire to rewatch any of those movies. I just want to see the scenes that I like. That's it.
Yeah.
They're not it's not a movie.
It was filmed. There were people acting.
That's true. It was in a theater. The thing is, John Wick 1 had a story. It did. It was loose, but it had a story. John Wick 3 ain't have no kind of story.
They were like, let's try to expand this world. And that nigga went to the desert. I was like, what?
For what? I don't know.
I don't know how he got there. He took a plane to wherever, and then he was like, yo, walk into the desert until you can't walk anymore, and I'll find you. And first of all, the nigga that found him looked like he was 35. How the hell was he like the creator of this whole fucking thing? I'm like, all right.
He inherited it from his
make any
dad,
sense.
Abdul Mateen I.
I still love the movie.
No,
I enjoy it, but it's not a movie. It's just a series of action sequences.
Now this is supposed to come out next year, right?
That's fine,
right?
What do they got to take 6 months to write a script? No, Micah just wrote one for you.
But you know how Hollywood does that thing where they release 2 of the same movie in a year.
Yeah.
Black Widow.
Yeah, but you know what? Black Widow's going to have a real story.
Yeah,
it's going to have a real
Black
story.
Widow's going to make sense.
Yeah,
like again, I love it, but again, that nigga went to the desert somehow. I don't get it.
He literally only went to the fucking desert to cut his finger off and go back. That's the only reason. They have an awesome dogfight sequence, and he was like, "Clink," and then they were like, "All right, go back." Okay. Yeah. No.
The heroine of Ballerina will be motivated to seek revenge for the deaths of her family. A character referred to in the credits of John Wick 3 as Ballerina was played by real-life ballerina Unity Phelan. Sure, fucking Europe is weird.
The chick in the ballerina sequence?
Yes. When Wick seeks refuge with Angelica Houston's The Director, the ballerina dances in the background.
Yeah.
It seems like an aesthetic choice, but it makes more sense if, she shares the same tattoos, so she might be an assassin. But there's no word on whether or not that specific ballerina or that specific actress will be the ballerina in this spin-off movie.
So they did another one of these movies, a John Wick sort of copy.
Anna that came out?
That's exactly what I was going to say. Apparently that was terrible.
Yeah, the trailer looked pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought the trailer was all right. Yeah, but apparently they must have tried to write a script, which was a fucking mistake.
Fucking Curb Your Enthusiasm outline.
Larry comes in, says something vaguely racist. That's it. We got it. We nailed it. Look, that's fine. Look, as much as I'm giving these John Wick movies a hard time, I'm going to see it.
Oh, that was directed by Luc Besson.
Well, that makes all the sense in the world. That was terrible. And it probably had some light pedophilia just sprinkled in because that guy is fucking twisted. He should go to jail. Next.
I will read the headline as written by our producer over here. Zack Snyder is just throwing shit at a wall to stay relevant. So apparently Zack Snyder revealed that Harry Lennox's General Swanwick was secretly Martian Manhunter.
No,
you don't know who this is. If you don't know who this is, he's the light-skinned black general from Man of Steel. Apparently that guy who was pissed at Superman is Martian Manhunter.
What's the rationale behind that shit? Because honestly,
No, the rationale is he's a black dude and
he's got a voice.
and it's like, and hashtag release the Snyder cut. That's it. He just wants to stay relevant, dude.
Snyder shared the storyboard of a deleted Justice League scene involving Harry Lennox's Martian Manhunter with a cheeky caption that emphasized how fans were not aware of this information because neither was he. In the Justice League storyboard.
Nigga, he drew this shit last week.
That's right. Yeah.
He was like, what?
That's a content that he was like,
In the Justice League storyboard, Martha Kent and Lois Lane could be seen speaking to each other before it is revealed that the former is actually Martian Manhunter, that Harry Lennox's general is Martian Manhunter. Why that nigga is eavesdropping on these two white women's conversation, I have no idea. Neither does Zack Snyder, because he's just throwing shit at a wall to stay relevant.
is Zack Snyder the new J.K. Rowling?
Just changing shit on the fly.
Yeah, Dumbledore was gay all along.
Gay all along,
Everybody
guys. You didn't see it because my writing is so subtle.
I don't know if you know this, but I cast you in Harry Potter 9. Oh my god, shut up.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
Yeah, it's completely
This is bullshit. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but Justice League was essentially finished principal photography, right? Like, I know Joss Whedon came in and did some pickup shots and, had a terrible job trying to erase the Mission Impossible mustache. But no, this is bullshit, right? Because if he wanted this to be in his Justice League, it would have been shot.
Yes.
So why you just like
Harry Lennox wasn't even in Justice League.
Right.
no.
At all.
Right.
Period. So what is he talking about?
No, I would have called him in on that Tuesday, but I had to leave on Monday.
But you know what?
That's y'all fault.
Think about it though.
fucking
There was
garbage,
the original tagline was "Unite the Seven,"
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there was only 6 heroes total out of all of them:
No, there were 7 with Superman, right?
Wonder Woman, Flash,
Batman.
Batman, Superman, Aquaman, Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Yes, that's
oh,
it.
man, on Cyborg.
Yeah, everybody
Most
did.
people do.
So, isn't it?
No, you just counted them.
I just counted 6.
No, he counted 6.
You counted 6.
So go ahead, do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Okay. Wonder Woman,
1,
Batman, Superman,
3,
Cyborg,
4,
Flash,
5,
Aquaman.
6, Green Lantern, 7. I mean, look, if he could just throw shit around, I could throw shit around.
But still, that's the thing.
Yeah, where's the 7 at? Where's the 7?
Right. So all of the posters said "Unite the 7," and everyone was like, "Oh, it might be Justice League was supposed to be like a 2-parter."
Right.
Well, it was supposed to be Green Lantern was supposed to show up and be like, Darkseid's coming, and then they cut that out. So it wasn't ever originally supposed to be Martian
Right, and
Manhunter.
there were lanterns in Justice League in the beginning.
It's true.
Yeah. Yo, Zack Snyder is not a very good director. I was just saying.
He's not a very good liar either. What the fuck?
Did you guys know? Put Lex Luthor is going to be the new Batman in my movie. Yeah, that's what was going to happen. Yeah, that's a ticket. Yeah. Like, you're just making shit up. You're lying.
Come on, yo. What are we doing here, dude? God damn.
At the end of Justice League, before they screwed it up, I had Iron Man show up, and he was awesome. Like, had a crossover with Spider-Man. It was awesome. You should have seen it. Release the Snyder Cut. By the way, they're literally putting up signs, huge billboards at New York Comic Con for Release the Snyder Cut. You're wasting all of your actual money, you fucking
Who's got that
morons.
Kind of
Fucktards. Fucktards have that kind of money.
Wow.
Look, even if the movie gets released, spoiler alert, it's not complete. 2, it's not good. We saw Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
It was terrible, and that was the full Snyder cut. It was fucking shit. It was shit. I don't understand. No, the Justice League would be really good. Why? Why would it be? Why would it be? The movie leading into it wasn't. So, and look, 85% of what we saw on screen for Justice League was his. And it was fucking terrible. It was fucking terrible. Shut up.
And the 15% of Wonder Woman was his, and that was terrible.
Right.
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 So
Came in there like Teddy Pendergrass. Turn off the lights. Fuck out of here. All right, next.
Last up, Warner Brothers is developing a Training Day prequel set in the 90s. For some reason, I thought Training Day was set in the 90s.
Shut up. Stop it.
Hold on. Let me just say this. This story and the first story in my section are hilarious because I know they're both going to piss you off. This is not the story I was talking about. Go ahead.
Is Denzel Washington going to be in it?
I don't think so.
are they going to de-age him?
No.
Then what's the point?
They're going to
No, exactly. There's no fucking point.
They're going to de-age him.
There's no point.
It's
Don't
just going to be about a young Ethan Hawke before he's
No one wants to see that. No one is looking for you, Ethan.
No, ain't nobody come to see you.
It would have to be
come
about
on.
him turning bad. It would have to be about
Right.
Denzel turning bad. So that means that it would have to be de-aging software.
Yeah, how will that work?
Now that it
Denzel
exists.
Washington, I will go see it.
I am not
Absolutely.
seeing this movie.
If
I
Denzel
look.
Washington is in it, I will see it. If he's not, you can just throw it in the trash.
I mean, look, if
throw
he's
it in
going
a
to be
fucking
in it,
smart trash can so we can trip over the fucking.
if he's going to
curve.
be in it, I need them to just throw continuity out the window. Because ain't no way you're going to de-age fucking Denzel Washington and have him move around. It's going to be like Nick Fury and Captain Marvel. All the young ass Nick Fury. Ooh, damn. Like, all right, yo, we can't do this.
One Marvel movie I saw once.
Yeah, same. Well, I saw it twice. My wife was like,
Nah, I've definitely seen some Marvel movies only once. Thor: The Dark World I saw one time.
my wife was
I
like,
saw it like 3 times.
I still have not seen it.
my wife was like, oh, let me see
the only
Captain
one I haven't
Marvel, right? Because, you know, it's the girl power, right? Like, let's see Captain Marvel. And I was like, all right, yeah, the black woman's in it, you know, Lashana Lynch. Oh, okay, black people, all right. Let's watch it. She fell asleep before she got to it.
Damn.
God, that's fucked up.
Development is still in the early stages of for the film.
No, if he's not in it, no.
The
Don't
side
do it.
reports that will follow Denzel Washington's character Alonzo Harris 10 years before
His character.
before the
10 years before?
2001
Yeah, that shit
original
came out 20
film.
years ago. Shut up.
The prequel will pick up in the time leading up to the LA riots caused in part by the Rodney King verdict, because we haven't beaten that dead horse.
No point.
Yeah, I was gonna say, literally. You're a real dickhead. You're a real dick.
Yeah, you're right, Terrence. It's his character, so he ain't gonna be in it.
No.
And you
No
know,
one wants to see this.
Development is still in the early stages.
Denzel Washington is 64 years old.
Apparently, King Kong has something on him. Okay, hold on a second, though. I just want to make this point. This is by Warner Brothers. Please stop saying that Disney has a monopoly. This is what the other studios are working on. This is what they're working on.
Fucking Training
Day
prequels.
Why? There's a billion other books, IP out there that you could scoop up and do something new. This is why they continue to have nothing but shitty year after year, because they keep going back to the same wells with the younger version of this older actor. No.
You think they try to get his son?
Oh,
I mean, that's not a bad choice. That's not a bad choice. John David Washington's a good.
Pretty much him.
Yeah.
you know what?
He could easily fucking.
God damn. You know what? I would see it.
That's the only way. If it's not him, that's the only way I'll see it.
If it's John David Washington. If it's John David Washington, I'm gonna have to see it. Are they gonna start just doing prequels and remakes of all of Denzel Washington movies with John David Washington in it?
I mean,
They could.
Just
Yeah.
let me, if they
Crimson
do it,
Tide.
No, Virtuosity.
I wouldn't mind.
Virtual.
Yo,
Yeah,
you know what?
Virtuosity.
Fuck it, bring Russell Crowe back. He was wilding in that fucking movie. Holy shit. If it's John David Washington, fine, I'll see it. But anything shy of that, no, I'm not seeing this movie. This is a stupid idea. All right, so here you go, Terrence. Movie and TV news this week. The title I gave this was Nope. Eddie Murphy says Coming to America 2 will be rated PG-13.
Oh, shit.
No. How do you do that?
Oh, shit.
How do you do that, yeah? Why would you do that?
I mean, you know why. To get people...
Again.
Get people...
When did Coming to America come out? 1988.
88.
When did Rated R become a rating?
88?
A long time before that.
No, I don't think so.
When
No, PG-13 became a rating. Like
After, yeah.
in like 1988.
Right, but PG
So it
and
was
R...
either PG and R. Like there were some movies, there was straight up nudity.
Right.
And they were PG.
Well, that's parental guidance. Guide your
Like you
children.
goddamn parent that
I'm
you
going
see
to
the
guide
kids.
your eyes away from this for a second, son. I got to hurry up
How
and
many
register
fucks
this.
can you have in a PG-13 movie?
One,
You have one fuck
one,
and you
and
can
it
say
can't
shit?
it can't be a verb. Like I'm gonna fuck you. Like you can't have
You
that.
gonna say like shit.
You could say what the fuck in a PG-13 once. Yeah.
Yeah, but the verb thing is no, that's not exactly true because in Dark Phoenix, Cyclops uses he used their one F-bomb. He was like, "I will fuck you up," is what he said, which was weird.
Fuck you up, I think, is a little different than
I'm gonna fucking
I'm
have
going to
sex
fuck
with
you.
I guess.
That's weird.
Yeah.
So you
it's
only have
so-
one fuck.
It says all context. Yeah.
Right.
So the
it's all
scene when they
context.
were like "fuck you" and then he says "fuck you too," you can't have that scene in a
Fuck
PG-13
you.
movie.
Good day.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
You too.
Have a nice one. What the fuck?
It doesn't.
I'm trying to get like you. No, I'm trying to get like you, kid.
I,
Why? Why
what did we say?
what?
Me and
did we
Jay were
say?
talking about this earlier. You can't have Eddie Murphy as them different characters. You imagine Eddie Murphy,
Yeah,
in
you
white
can.
face, as
Censored.
that Jewish guy. Hello.
Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
This is a waste
Can you
of
even
time.
do? Can you even do sexual chocolate? Isn't that like kind of offensive? Because he's kind of a flamboyant character.
I mean,
No, you can do that one.
I think you could do sexual chocolate.
After Martin's, his thing, yeah, that's fine because that's nostalgia altogether. Especially after the clumps, that's all whatever.
Wow.
The first one was fine. The rest of the movies are fucking trash.
The first one,
the Nutty
Nutty
Professor.
Professor?
Nutty Professor is funny. The clump movies, I was like, I'm out.
I can't deal with this shit.
Nope. I can't hear a bunch of pantomime fat people farting for fucking 2 hours. I'm just not gonna listen to that.
Yeah, I don't like.
I'm sorry. It's just annoying to
I don't
me.
like toilet humor. It's not funny to me. Like I just don't. Like piss and shit jokes are not funny. They're just not. Even as a kid, I didn't find that shit funny. Niggas be like, "Burp." I'm like, that's disgusting, nigga. Like, I couldn't stand it.
That is
But this
fucking
is stupid.
hilarious.
This is stupid.
just
Is this his
re-release.
choice?
Yes, it is his choice.
He says, "quote I think what happened was there was a period when Hollywood was on the same was on some PG-13. That's how you reach the most audience, and there was maybe a 15-year period where that's all everybody was doing. That's now. So I got caught up in that shit. But no, doing this movie, we went. This movie has to be rated R because." I'm sorry. He's talking about Dolomite is my name. He's not even talking about this, which is hilarious. You just finished doing that, but you don't think Coming to America needs to be R? That's weird.
What's the audience?
all the 12-year-olds who are huge Coming to America fans right now.
But no, he finished. He said this movie has to be rated R because of the way Rudy Ray Moore was.
No, that's
but I'm doing
Captain
America. I'm doing Coming to America next, and that's PG-13.
For what?
Yeah, but you're right. Who's the audience? The audience is
That
our
movie
age.
came out 30 years ago.
He's looking,
dude.
he's looking for wide appeal. He's
Yo,
looking, not just
John
the
Wick
niche.
made how much money?
Doesn't matter. Only thing, if this is his
No.
comeback,
Nah,
if this is his
Yo,
comeback.
13-year-olds don't know who the fuck Eddie Murphy is outside of Shrek.
God damn, you're right.
No, it is. But that's the thing is,
Like his audience is us and older people. Yo, we will go see the movie if it's funny. I hope it's funny. It ain't gonna be funny because it's PG-13 now. The fuck? Yo, fuck this nigga, yo. When is his stand-up coming out? There's no... God damn it, Eddie, you fucking up, yo. You already fucking up. There's no reason for Coming to America to be PG-13. There really isn't.
No. No, there isn't, and you're right. I mean, the idea of whether you do PG-13 or whether you do R shouldn't just be about who has like reaching the largest audience. We know PG-13 reaches largest audience. It should be what is the demographic for the movie.
Yeah, 13-year-olds don't give a fuck about coming to America. Yeah,
They don't.
they don't. It's not like the movie came out 10 years ago.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Jesus Christ, you know.
Yeah.
I'd be more than fine if they just re-released Coming to America.
Right.
It's still funny.
Fucking 4K coming. I will see it in the theater. I've seen that movie 1,000 times. I will go to the movie theater to see Coming to America with a black audience.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
the funniest
Honestly,
fucking movie I've ever seen.
That would be the smartest thing to do if they want
Re-release the first
if they
one.
if they want to like reintroduce this entire like thing to people. Re-release the first one.
Right.
Get like your little bit of like $5 million a night type deal, and then release the second one. And then just
Nah,
like,
that ain't gonna work.
No,
yo.
fuck that.
Because people are going to get mad when they see the second
You know
one.
what they should do?
What is this?
They should recut the first one to a PG-13 movie. and then throw that bitch in the movie theater and see how many fucking people will laugh.
Yeah. It's not going to be good.
No. You can't.
You have to cut all of Arsenio Hall out. You got to cut all the early Zamunda stuff.
Oh,
That
that's
shit
all-
ain't gonna fly.
going?
Bark like a dog. Nope, that ain't gonna work.
All kind of dumbass
you can't
things.
say the royal penis is clean. Like,
Yeah.
that woman's titties was out. You can't have any of that. The fuck? All right, yo.
This is not
It's
good.
profoundly stupid. It's really dumb. And I'm so glad that came out right before we recorded, just for your reaction alone.
That's obnoxious, yo. Like, I don't understand. Again, I guess they want more people to see their movies, but you got to look at your audience, yo. Like The Expendables. What the fuck was the last two rated PG-13 for?
I don't understand that. Every one of those guys.
All them niggas is 77 years old.
But they all made their money on action movies that were all
Hard R's.
hard R movies.
Really violent movies back in the 80s and the 90s.
Yeah, but let's make sure they can all get along in a nice PG-13 environment. That doesn't make sense.
Bring it, Happy Feet. Like what the fuck?
You know why he said Happy Feet? Because that was for the PG-13 audience. That one was actually rated R. But yeah, it's just fucking silly.
Oh, God.
Hey, kids know Happy Feet. Let's put that line in there. Like, why do you know that, Dolph Lundgren? You're 78 years old.
That's just gross.
Dumb. Next story. Tyler Perry's movie studio is bigger than Warner Brothers, Disney, and Paramount combined. Look, I'm going to need people to relax on the square footage of his studio.
30 acres.
no,
Yeah, and I think that's cool. 330 acres, has 12 sound stages. The reason why the other studios aren't that physically big is because they shoot on location
Yeah,
in
that's the
other
other
places
right,
because they
And they were
have
built-
bigger budgets.
and they're not going to be in
built
Georgia anymore.
ages ago.
Right.
You know what I mean?
They're because of the laws, right?
Well, I mean, if you think about, like, let's say Warner Brothers was probably built, I don't know, but let's say in like the 1930s.
No. I'm talking about because of the non-progressive laws that have been in place as far as like abortion and all that other stuff. Like a lot of studios have been leaving and coming up north to the Northern Virginian area because I
For the
know
last like year or so, they have a lot. There's some productions that are like, we're not filming in Georgia because of the fucking abortion.
like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because I know that's starting to film in Richmond as opposed to Virginia.
But he built this giant studio. It's going to just cut costs. Well, I don't know what cost his movies take to fucking film anyway. Because like now that they're all sound stages, they don't have to fucking take the production. Well, I don't think he ever took any production
I was
on
about to say.
location anywhere.
Oh, they went to the
Outside of
Bahamas.
Atlanta.
They
Oh, you
went
went
to
to
the
the Bahamas? Word? Really? On a fucking green screen?
They might have, you don't know.
This fucking beach house.
Okay, so I do, like, as much as we rag on Tyler Perry, this is a really big deal, and
No,
I think
it's dope.
and I think it's a super huge accomplishment, right? He built this on an old Confederate army
Yeah,
base.
that's fucking awesome.
I think that is pretty cool. Like that's pretty dope. Just the images I've seen of the studio, it's incredible. I mean, 12 sound stages, and he named them after famous black folks.
actors, yeah.
Like
There's a Denzel Washington soundstage.
yeah, there's an Oprah one too,
Yeah.
which is pretty dope, right? Like
Yeah, the fucking Spike Lee soundstage.
that's pretty cool. Like
It's funny because
That's also
Spike Lee
very
shits
funny,
on that
right,
nigga all
'cause
the
Spike
time.
Lee- yeah,
He's
Spike
like,
Lee-
fuck you, yo. I'm gonna go ahead and make this soundstage after you, nigga.
you're welcome. I mean, that is
It's a
kind of
high
the
road. That's some petty ass shit.
Yeah, it's kind of a high road move. Yeah, it is. So, like, I respect that. I think that's pretty cool. What I'm hoping that they do is he uses the studio as a way to push up some, younger black directors.
Yeah, I think that's the plan.
I hope that's what he does.
Yeah,
because if he
no
does
point
that,
in having that big ass studio and not like, hey, you can come here to film this.
to work, yeah, and I think that would be pretty dope. Like, look, I mean, again, I love these movies, but they're cheap as fuck. Like, Carl Weber should be one of those guys that should be working there. Like, you just should be. Like, his movies don't need more than one set. Yeah. I mean, like, let's knock it off, right?
Hey, Carl Weber actually shoots on vacation. Remember, like that 80-yard line from that one movie
At the end of it?
Yeah, when at the beginning when the dude was riding around in his red Corvette and the poor white people were like, "Hey, could you help me?"
Oh, the preachers.
I love those movies. So I do think this is pretty cool. It's a cool accomplishment. He apparently owns it outright. And it's without any other backing or anything like that. It is his. So for the first black man to own their own like huge movie studio, that is a hell of an accomplishment.
Especially when you consider the fact that this dude was homeless.
Yeah, his story is kind of amazing.
Yeah, he was homeless, and then he wrote a bunch of terrible stage plays.
Like, I am shocked that he is not like completely right wing. Like, because he is the prototypical pull yourself up by your bootstraps story.
Yeah, he is. But no,
he's not right wing. He's just super religious. I think.
Yeah, he is.
His audience.
No, he's pretty fucking religious. He is.
He talks about how he's ignored in Hollywood because he shit.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not. I don't think he's ignored.
I don't think.
He says he is, but like,
I don't see that.
Like your movies ain't that good. Yeah.
That's all it is. Like, just because people don't like your movies, they don't.
No, people. Well, his demographic absolutely love his movies.
Right.
Which they got tired of that shit. Like if you look at the amount of money that he was making over the course of time, they were decreasing.
Yeah, because he wasn't doing anything new.
Medea's Boo 2 or whatever the fuck that shit was called.
Yeah.
Like, no, that nigga directed that. He like wrote and directed it in like a week.
Yeah.
He just threw that shit. He does that with a lot of movies.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I think that he has some talent. I don't look at him as a talentless guy. I'd love to see him try to make, like, okay, you got your own studio now. You making shit happen. You got a home base.
Like, sit down
and work on something.
Work on a really good script and just put some fucking money behind it.
He could, man. He
just built a 12 soundstage studio.
Like, and he's only like in his 50s, right?
Yeah. Is he?
Yeah,
is he even 50 yet?
I think he's 50.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. Like, exactly. If he's in his 50s, it's like 50 or 51. He's pretty young. But I would like to see him.
He turned 50 like last month.
There you go. So he's got a lot of his career left. Shit, Martin Scorsese's still doing fucking Oscar-worthy shit. He's like 1,000 years old. Yeah. So I'd like to see him try to do something. I'd like to see him push out of his wheelhouse too. Instead of just doing basically these stage plays that have been turned into movies, try something else. Like, to me, I don't think that he's necessarily at this point capable of it, but I'd like to see him try. Yo, that Harriet Tubman movie should have been his. You know what I mean? Like, of the most prominent black director in Hollywood, that should have been his movie. And then, like, wow, holy shit, this is like, sit and work on something like that. Who is a black person in history, in American history, who has never gotten a movie worth a shit that you could sit down and you could be like, this is going to be my fucking masterpiece? Take your time. Don't fucking try to rush it out in the summer. Just take your time. Write something and make it count. Because you only got to do it once. And everybody's going to be like, oh shit, like, this was a big fucking deal. Like, this guy nailed it. The rest of those doors will open right the fuck up. Because they're going to be like, this guy's got real talent. But until all his movies are so rushed, and then it's like, they make $50 million and that's it. Like, that is the top. They 50 million, 53 million, right around that. And then it's just like, it's diminishing return. So take your time. I'd like to see, I root for him every time, and he drives me fucking crazy because he never tries worth a damn. He just goes, oh, well, what's the easiest thing? I'll throw on a fucking lace front and run out there. I'm like, come on, yo. You could do something else. But hey, as the joke has been going around, he turned he put on a wig and turned that into $600 million studio. What are you doing with your lace front? Not a goddamn thing. So what can I say? But I am proud of him though. It's cool to see. Here's another example of stop saying that Disney is being mean to everyone because the rest of the studios are shit. faced with the possibility of a potential great IP if they gave a shit, Sony is thinking about selling the rights to the He-Man franchise to Netflix. Because Tom Rothman doesn't know what to do, and the movie's been in development hell for probably about 10 years. Okay.
You got any opinions?
Yeah. Are you happy about this? Are you happy that Sony is not doing this movie?
Yes. Yes, I am. But this is just a speculation at this point, right?
It's likely to happen because apparently Rothman is scared that they're going to have another flop.
Well, shit.
Probably will.
They're so confident in all the Spider-Man shit. You would think that they would have some sort of confidence in this because He-Man's in a revival. You know, I don't know how I timed my shit when it timed it. I don't know. It just happened, right? The universe. This works. Let it go to Netflix. Let them do, because I just saw some more footage from like The Witcher. That shit looks great.
Yeah.
If The Witcher is anything like this, if this can be anything like The Witcher, I don't see why this could be not a series, a live action series that could have some sort
I
of
would go a
longevity
live
to it.
action series.
Yeah, like I've been trying to get into Vikings
with those stupid ass villain characters.
Hey, well, I've been,
you got to upgrade. You got to upgrade some of that shit.
I've seen some of the animated, because they got like an animated series coming out that's like a limited run type deal.
That's the Kevin Smith one, right?
Right, and their character designs are menacing to a degree. Right?
Yeah, they're taking it pretty serious.
Right. So if they have the same mindset with everything else that they've been doing, it'll lend itself to a great, I don't know what kind of budget Netflix has for their series. I know it's not anything like Disney Plus.
Oh, no, ain't nobody doing with it.
Yeah, Disney Plus got like what $16 million per episode type shit.
No, not that high.
So, like, they were saying somewhere between possibly about 12 million an episode.
12 million an episode.
An episode? Are you sure?
Yes. Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm. They try to make that movie quality shit.
Episode?
Each of the series is going to have on around somewhere close to like $125 to $175 million budget.
That's crazy.
Is it?
Yeah, but they want to keep the same look, right? Because they want to like
yeah, but it's a fucking TV show, right?
But it's Marvel.
Yeah. It was.
I'm sorry, it's Disney.
Yeah, Disney got the money. They're gonna be just fine.
They got Bezos money.
Yeah, they do.
Or does Bezos have Disney money?
No, yeah, nobody has Jeff Bezos money.
But nah, man, this is going to be great if it's if they pull it back and actually do what's come before it. Just follow the template. Don't do what they did for the Masters Universe. Even though I love that movie, don't do what they did for that.
Yeah.
Wasn't Courtney Cox in that movie?
Yes, she was. And Gwildor was an original character that came out of fucking nowhere. It could have been Orko, but
Gwildor. Oh, the dude from
Harry Knowles.
Yeah.
Just fucking around.
No, I'm not.
No, that guy's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. Remember when
if you want to laugh at the fact that he got a bunch of books falling on top of him, go ahead and laugh. That guy's a piece of shit.
That shit's hilarious.
But no, this would be great.
Who do you want to see as He-Man? Gun to your head. Who do you want to see shirtless with a page boy haircut?
By the way, your response is going to be super wild. Like, it doesn't matter who you choose, it's always going to seem weird.
Yeah.
Who do I imagine shirtless with a page boy haircut? Boy, I can't wait to answer this question.
I if I'm being completely biased, which I am, or whatever. I cannot see a white He-Man anymore.
Look, I'm fine with that.
I've
Terry Crews with a blonde
No. He ruined that shit when he put on that wig. He looked like a crackhead on a Sunday morning. I swear. I was like, dude, take this shit down, y'all. Like, come on.
The funny thing is, I think Masters of the Universe, in all seriousness, I think Masters of the Universe could be a really fun series. I do. Or you could do a movie, but I think you could get people really into that series. Because, look, Netflix is losing a bunch of IP because, all these streaming services are coming up and everything else. So it's in their best interest to make more series than it is movies, right? Because you can always go to, like, the Cannes Film Festival and just buy up a bunch of fucking cheap movies, which they do. But the series is what keeps people coming back, year after year.
And now they're doing week to week. Yeah.
So, like, for me, again, I don't know what Sony is doing, but if you are paying attention, Sony has been ditching a lot of fucking IP. They just like every week it's just like get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it. To me, that says either they are really scared about what their future looks like as far as like what they can make and what they can't make, or Tom Rothman really recognizes that all of this fantasy shit like is not in his wheelhouse, and he's like, get rid of it because I don't know what to do with it. I'm afraid I'm going to fuck it up, and we're going to lose a bunch of money, and I'm going to get fired. Right? It's self-preservation, which should happen because he sucks. Or 3, they are prepping for something else, and that could be get yourself as lean as possible so that you can get bought. Could be that too. So it's just worth noticing all the stories of them selling these IPs because it's a big deal.
This is an easy thing to do, though. You mix magic and technology, and you just let the shit happen. You got 52 episodes and some OVAs. You got some like mini movies and stuff to go off of, and you can. This is easy. He-Man is easy. It's in the ether for everybody's consciousness for the last 35 years.
I don't know that I would say it's going to be easy because the concept is a little outlandish. That being said, I think it could work. And like people are like, well, I want a Thundercats movie. Yo, He-Man is a hell of a lot easier to do than Thundercats.
Yes, but still, what has come before it? We've got Lord of the Rings. We've had Harry Potter. Right. We've got Percy fucking Jackson. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that first one was decent. Like I didn't have a problem with it.
I haven't seen this movie.
Whatever. You've got all these other YA novels that have come out that have laid the groundwork. Oh, excuse me, not laid the groundwork, but it's kind of like a snake eating its own tail deal because. He-Man came out in the 80s, and yet all this other stuff that's come out since then has been aping from different...
Yeah, they all copy it.
Stuff from it. And then it's... When something is inceptionized or is inceptioned within your consciousness, you're going to readily accept it because you've seen it before somewhere. That's why they probably thought Gemini Man was going to be good because we all seen the fucking movie before at some point in time. You know? So it's just...
How'd that work out?
Not good. But... Damn it, you made me miss my point. But anyways,
sorry, you brought that shitty movie.
He-Man can be easy, especially when it comes to Netflix. You slow up your pace, you take your time, develop the characters.
That's what they do.
It's just going to be great.
Yeah, I really hope, just to stick it to Sony, I hope they sell it to Netflix, and I hope it's a fucking massive success.
Yeah.
They'd be like, God damn it, we did it again. Yeah, because you know what you're doing. Just quit. Just quit. You fucking idiot.
Just do video games.
Yeah, just stick to the fucking like the Sony Entertainment.
Yeah. Bring back
PlayStation 5.
Bring back the 900-pound fucking Sony Wega television I used to have. That thing was a beast. I had to call Micah to help me bring it home from Best Buy because it wouldn't fit in my car once. He drove his piece of shit Geostorm and we put it in there.
God damn. It fit in the Geostorm?
The Geostorm is all ass.
It was.
It was like a Sprint, wasn't it? That was
it's two seats and then a back seat.
Yo, that back seat.
Ain't nobody fitting in there.
Yo, the back of Micah's car, the back of Micah's chair in his Geostorm, or excuse me, as you called it, the storm. You dork. The back of his right, the least surprising thing you've heard. The back of his seat was literally up against the seat.
Right.
You could not put your
right.
You would have to be a person with no legs, like the woman in fucking Beetlejuice, sitting in the back seat of his car because there was no space. I don't even know why the chairs went back that far.
Right, like what's the point?
They were like, no, these seats are a joke. Yeah, I was like, yo.
Might as well have been a zip car.
I was like, called Micah like, yo, bring the storm. I need help with this 900-pound fucking television.
And if you didn't say the storm, I wouldn't have came.
Right, like don't disrespect the ride.
Really?
Because Geos were shitty cars, and I didn't want the Geo name to be associated with my
the
car.
Geostorm.
That's right. It don't make sense, but it makes sense. God damn it.
That's an ugly fucking car.
Yeah, it is.
It really is.
This nigga didn't change the oil in the car until it damn near blew up.
Looked like I was running away from spies and shit. All this fucking black smoke coming out of the bitch. Yeah.
Driving a spy hunter car.
I was like, yo, did you change it all? He's like, I didn't know I needed to do that. I'm like, yeah, come on. Jesus Christ. We used to have fun back in high school. Jennifer Aniston is old. Sad. So she says,
What
quote,
you been doing?
nothing, apparently. Talking to Variety, Jennifer Aniston says, quote, it wasn't until the last couple of years when these streaming services were just sort of exploding with the amount of quality that I actually started to think, wow, that's better than what I just did. So all of the things you've ever done.
Would you just do Horrible Bosses 2?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the last thing I remember.
That's the last thing I remember her in.
Period.
Yeah. And then you're seeing what's available out there, and it's just diminishing and diminishing in terms of its big Marvel movies or things that I'm not, or things that I'm not just asked to do or really that interested in living in a green screen.
What?
So here's the thing. Here's the thing. As someone pointed out, I think it was Chris Alt in our fan group. Oh, sorry to give out your government name.
I don't know if Alt is his last name.
No, it is.
It is?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a part of the alt-right. That part is true. That's not made up. No, but the whole thing is, Marvel put out 3 movies last year, dude. 3. There's like 900 other movies out. Yeah. Like this argument that they're taking over the movie industry. No, they just make the biggest and most popular movies. But there are other movies. You could call up A24. They're making movies all year round with great actors and great stories. They're not calling you because they don't want you. That's why.
That's a really weird argument to make. Like, the movies come out every Friday, right? Yeah. Essentially, they come out every fucking Friday.
Not essentially, they do. In fact,
whether or not they're good, it remains to be seen. It's not like you can't get work. Like, get Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah,
people know who you are.
Yo, you're still on the cover of every fucking grocery store rag I see. Oh, is she gonna get back with Brad Pitt? Bitch, it's been 38 years. Who cares? This nigga has moved on. He cheated on you, and then he broke up with the woman he cheated on you with. It's over. Just let it go. Nobody cares.
And he's still making plenty of movies.
Yeah, Brad Pitt out here getting Oscar-worthy shit. You don't have to do Marvel movies. Brad Pitt is doing shit.
Yeah, he ain't in the Marvel movie.
Well, Brad Pitt is also diversifying, right? Like, he's got Plan B. He's making money moves. He does a
lot of like white savior movies.
Right. Like, how about you be somebody's white savior, Jennifer Aniston, and produce some shit.
You know, it's only funny that people talk shit about those who are doing better than them.
I mean, it's just weird to blame these comic book movies on. Like, there's always been big tentpole movies, even during the Meg Ryan era, like she wishes movies go back to. There's always been big tentpole movies. You know why? Because those movies keep studios afloat for your stupid Meg Ryan movies.
Hey, watch your mouth. Nobody needs to go after Meg Ryan movies. Meg Ryan is an American treasure.
That's the only reason I said it.
Yeah, how dare you, Meg Ryan was in When Harry Met Sally and You Got Mail and Sleepless in Seattle. Knock it the fuck off. Three of the greatest movies of all time.
I mean, look, to her credit.
She was also in City of Angels.
To Jennifer Aniston's credit, those are your favorite movies.
They're not my favorite movies. One of them is your favorite.
One of them.
I love You Got Mail, though. That's a good movie.
But honestly, though, like you got your Jaws from back in the day, you got your Ghostbusters, you got like all the fun stuff that was not particularly artsy fartsy and highbrow and shit. You know, you're right. They did keep the studios afloat so they could do art.
Right.
Whereas, why even try to come from Marvel like as if you don't enjoy the fucking movies yourself?
Okay, can we talk about something? She talks about the Meg Ryan movies. That's what she wants to go back to. Okay, When Harry Met Sally, which is easily Meg Ryan's most popular movie, right? And it's a great movie. I love it. That was made in 1989. You know what? You know what other movie came out in 1989? We talked about it earlier.
Coming to America.
Fucking Batman came out in 1989. What are you talking about? Like, yeah, they exist. Like, it's okay for blockbusters and romantic comedies, and they exist in the same realm. Like, it's stupid. It was one of the biggest movies of the year.
But no, see, that's not the way arguments work, though. You can only have one position, and therefore the other position does not exist for yours to exist.
Right. Nigga, Lethal Weapon 2 and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade also came out that year.
God damn.
Yo, 1989 was a really good year for movies. But, like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. So it's... Dead Poets Society also came out that year.
I like that movie.
It's a great movie. Roadhouse came out that year.
I've never seen it.
That movie is insane.
I didn't see it until we had to watch it for one of these movies.
We haven't done Roadhouse.
We haven't done Roadhouse?
No.
Is that the one where they ripped somebody's throat out?
Yeah, we've not done Roadhouse.
That's the only way I would have seen that movie.
No, we've seen that clip, but we've not done Roadhouse.
You sure?
I'm positive we've not done Roadhouse.
But No Time to Bleed?
No.
Y'all haven't done Roadhouse?
No.
Huh.
We should.
Should we?
Roadhouse is fucking insane.
It might have been that
Roadhouse.
clip then.
Yeah. But it's, look, so there's this whole idea of these blockbusters can't exist at the same time of the Jennifer Aniston vehicles is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Also, you do a lot of shitty movies, Jennifer Aniston. Get out of here.
I mean, look, in terms of and we'll get into it a little later on, you can not like these movies, but
It's okay.
Yep.
you know, these movies are what the studios are banking on, no pun intended, to film movies that you wish you were in.
No bullshit.
I mean, also, like, I'm looking at the movies she's done, like, recently.
Hustlers was a mid-budget movie. She says, "Oh, I wish the smaller mid-budget movies come back." Hustlers was a mid-budget movie.
Yo, there
It was
are a
really
ton-
good.
Yo, there are a
So
ton.
many of those.
Right.
It's just that
Maybe you need to look like Jennifer Lopez.
I mean,
I don't think she has that. I don't think she has that capability.
Damn. But, like, there are
she don't got
tons
enough
of...
melanin on her.
But the vast majority of movies that come out are mid-budget movies. So
Yeah.
it's called mid-budget.
Right. Because,
Like-
like you said, Terrence, a movie got to come out every week.
yeah.
So,
They ain't all
What's the
blockbusters.
right.
Right, and it's fine. There are a lot of good movies that aren't blockbusters. Most movies that get nominated for Oscars are not blockbuster movies.
99% of them
Yeah.
are not.
So shut up.
Yeah, the argument just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. And basically, I mean, in reality, you're just not getting picked for things. And she's just not that great of an actress. She's okay.
She's a fine actress. She
she's
can
just
get
okay.
she can get movies, right? But she's just not getting picked. Like, we need a new
murder
agent.
mystery.
I don't even know what that is.
That fucking Adam Sandler movie that was on Netflix.
Oh,
That's the last thing
Say
she
no
was
more.
yeah.
That Adam Sandler.
in. Yeah,
Although Uncut Gems looks
Yeah.
really good. I mean,
but that's more like the Safdie brothers now.
yeah.
But he's a really good fucking actor
When he wants
when
to.
he's not directing himself
Yep. That
or
is
writing his own script
oof.
or whatever the fuck he does with these fucking Netflix movies.
Yeah. No thanks. Here's a stupid rumor that I don't believe. Lex Luthor's solo movie reportedly in the works with the villain as the U.S. president
we
because
move to the
Joker
next
was
story?
talking
See,
to him.
I knew that this was going to happen. If Joker was going to be good, then they're going to go with that. It'd be like, okay, this is our
Is
way
our new
to,
thing?
Yeah.
I'm not buying
They
this.
need something, but this is not going to work. People love the Joker. I don't know nobody give a fuck about Lex Luthor. Outside
Not
of him,
this Lex Luthor.
Outside of him being with Superman.
Yeah.
And not this nigga.
No, I don't like his Lex Luthor at all. Now, I will say this. This is the one thing I would have liked to see from DC. I don't need them to keep doing a bunch of spin-offs. I mean, look, I think it's fine for them to do those, but I don't want them to keep, like, they're all going to be villains. Like, that feels cheap. Do something interesting. Like, they can be heroes too. Like, that's fine. What I would have liked to see them do, if they were actually, capable of an interesting idea, is they should have built, just like Marvel built their heroes up to build to the Avengers, DC could have gone the other way and built their villains up to be the Legion of Doom, and then made the heroes pull the heroes into that universe. That would have actually been an interesting thing. But they're
taking too much thought.
Yeah, or creativity. It would have just been interesting. At the end of Justice League, where they have Lex Luthor meet up with Deathstroke. All right. And he's like, we're going to create our own Justice League.
It just occurred to me that that's a pretty cool porn name.
What?
Deathstroke.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad. Seems brutal.
Only if the porn star has one eye.
There you go.
Well, you know what? Never mind. Just going to leave that one. Good night, everybody.
Hey, Willie. Hey, Willie. One-eyed Willie. Get it?
Oh, shit.
So yeah, I'm not buying this, but no.
That just doesn't need to
This is a
happen.
silly.
No one cares.
No, this is dumb.
Next story.
Martin Scorsese.
I wouldn't mind a Lex Luthor as the president. I wouldn't mind that character being in a Superman movie.
Yeah, but
Even in a Superman
story.
But right now we're living
Even if it's
through
played by
a very
Jesse
dumb version
Eisenberg.
of the Lex Luthor on the Oval Office right now.
Yeah.
So no,
I don't need an
Eisenberg ain't
Eisenberg.
even old enough to be president.
Yeah, he really.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
Yeah. He's got to be 35 or something like
Yeah,
that.
at least
36
he
or
might
something.
be 35. I don't know what that nigga.
You have to be for president 40, I think.
No, he's 35.
I thought it was 35.
Or is it 30 or the same for senators? Yeah.
35 and a natural
Or
born
not
citizen.
senators.
Congress.
Yeah.
He's 36, so he just made the cut.
Yeah, I'm not voting for Jesse Eisenberg for president. No. I guess he's like a...
But he can create a device of cold fusion that powers the entire world.
I hated his Lex Luthor so much. It's like, why? Because they made him out to be what's that douchebag kid with the rainbow hair?
Max Landis?
Max
Yeah.
Landis, yeah.
Yeah, they basically tried to. I don't know if that was the goal, but they very much aped his sort of personality, which I find irritating. So yeah, no thanks. Next up, prolific filmmaker, I don't know if you guys have heard of him, a young man by the name of Martin Scorsese, says that Marvel movies are not cinema. He says, quote, I don't see them. I tried, but that's not cinema. Honestly, the closest I can think of them as well made as they are, with actors doing the best they can under the circumstances, is theme parks. It isn't the cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experiences to another human being.
Yeah, that's petty as shit, yeah.
It is a petty comment.
But at the same time, I don't,
I don't care.
septuagenarian doesn't like new shit.
Right, that's how I read it. All right, yeah, and sit people down to watch movies. I mean, look, that I think are classics. Sit down and try to get young people to watch older movies. They'd be like, "Yo, this shit is mad boring." Yeah, this is like
violence.
God. No, so here's my only thing about the Martin Scorsese thing. I don't really give a fuck that Martin Scorsese doesn't think that they're cinema. I think it's a silly, obnoxious thing to say, but whatever. I don't have to agree with him. I still think he's one of the most legendary directors of all time. And I still want to see The Irishman, even though I hear it's 3 hours and 30 minutes or 3 hours and 50 minutes.
Wow.
Yo.
Dude.
I mean, it's Scorsese, dude. He's those are, you going to sit down on a Wednesday?
Yeah, it's not in the theater.
Well,
Fuck it.
No,
Is it going to be in the
it is going to be a limited theater. Yo, I'm not sitting in the
going to see
theater.
that
I
shit.
ain't going to theater to see The Irishman.
Nigga, I'm seeing that on Netflix.
No.
I'm like, all right, Wednesday I'm gonna start, get through half, and then Thursday I'm gonna finish it. And that's fine. I'm okay with that. So the only thing I think is interesting about this story is that people got really mad at Martin Scorsese and being like, how dare you say this about comic movies? But at the same exact time, nerds who are mad about this are screaming and shouting about how Joker doesn't count and all this other stuff, and how this isn't a true comic book movie and it doesn't do this because it doesn't. It's two sides of the exact same coin. It is you're the same people, dude. You're the same people telling them that this type of cinema doesn't count because it doesn't follow X, Y, and Z. He's telling you this cinema doesn't count because it doesn't follow X, Y, Z. You're the same fucking people. You are young Martin Scorsese. 1,000 years ago, or how old that nigga is. It's the same people. Like, look, it's okay to have different types of movies. It's okay. It's fine. You don't have to like any of them. You don't have to like any of them. You can hate the old shit. You can hate the young shit. It's fine. But they exist. Sorry. Like, I just found it funny. It's like, oh, young people. And then young people are like, oh, old people. And it's like, you're the same fucking guy. So just...
That's a fucked up statement, though. Like,
yeah, no, it's a petty-ass statement.
To say it isn't cinema of human beings trying to convey emotional, psychological experiences to another human
being. It's inaccurate.
That's false.
Well, that's how I know Martin Scorsese has never watched these movies.
Right. He's like, which one did he see?
Like if you that nigga lying.
Yeah.
I tried to watch it. Like which one?
I tried to watch
the first 5 minutes of Spider-Man.
The Sam Raimi one. I was just like, I don't know.
I flipped through the channels.
I flipped it on and then I tried to watch it, but then I flipped it off again.
Like those movies have. Yeah, I was talking to some woman on Twitter, and she was like, Martin Scorsese's right. All it is just killing Uncle Ben over and over again. I was like, you don't watch these movies either.
Yeah, what are
you talking about? Some fucking Sam Raimi shit. Bitch, that was in 2000. What are you talking about? In order to understand the psychological effects of those characters and stuff like that, you actually have to watch the movies. And you have to watch more than one of them because it is a large story. It is not a one-shot story. Like, it's not. Like, Tony Stark deals with PTSD and like those things affect him. There's an overarching thing about like the absence of fathers in the MCU. It's a big part of the fucking MCU. Tony suffers from it. Thor's in a way suffers from it. Right. Loki suffers from it.
Quill suffers from it. Like a lot of them suffer from it. So like Thanos is weirdly a father figure in a fucked up kind of way. You know, like there is a lot of heavy shit in it. You just have to look past the surface. If you're only looking at the beat 'em up, shooting laser guns,
fucking trailers.
Yeah, you're not catching anything.
That's all you see.
And that's what science fiction does. That's what any halfway decent science fiction does. Science fiction is allegory. It's not meant to be taken seriously. It's to try and put like messages in to convey a message in a palatable form.
Right.
No one's going to want to watch a movie about an industrialist with daddy issues. They want to watch fucking Robert Downey Jr. eating cheeseburgers and shooting laser beams out his chest.
Right. Now, who also has daddy issues.
Right. And by the way, this guy's got daddy issues.
I think that's the way to do it. You know how arguments are made based on superficial aspects of something?
Yeah.
Okay. The biggest superficial aspect of all of these movies is the money that they bring in. And the attention that they get. So it doesn't matter what kind of subject matter is discussed or is explored. It's how much money this is bringing in that's taking away from the smaller projects that the studios will invest in.
Right.
Okay. Because what is it? You know, these Marvel movies will command anywhere between 4 or 5 screens in a 13 screen theater, whereas a mid-level movie like something Jennifer Aniston was talking about, or even this guy here, or Scorsese, they might get 2 screens. So therefore,
those movies were always going to get 2 screens.
Were they? But see, in their minds, they
think they should get more.
They should, not only do they think they should get more, but they are still of the mindset of the 80s, of the 90s when they were in their heyday.
Right.
You know, so
now, I mean, in fairness, if Marvel movies or if comic movies weren't the top shit, Scorsese movies coming out, that gets a lot of screens.
Like it just Tarantino.
Right. Like, you know, and he still does.
Yeah, he still like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was a big movie.
Right.
I don't know how many screens it got in the theater, but like people saw it. I haven't seen it yet. I want to see it. But
yeah, I haven't either. But it's like the idea, you're 100% right. Like this idea that you're only looking at the money is, you miss it, right? And it goes to the same point of like, if you're only looking at them shooting lasers out of their chest, then you're missing it. So like, again, I don't have a problem with people liking or disliking movies. And like we had a spoiler thread for Joker in our fan group. The nerdpocalypse.com/fans. I don't have a problem with people saying I like the movie or I didn't like the movie. I don't like bullshit arguments. Like, that's what I don't like. That shit doesn't make sense to me. Oh, this movie aped parts of
King Comedy.
The King of Comedy
and Taxi Driver.
And Taxi Driver. Bitch, every movie apes something. What are you talking about? Is that the new standard? That it can't have any homage to any other movie?
Funny part is, I don't think.
Do you watch movies? Any movies? What are you talking
I
about?
don't think the director would argue that he didn't.
Right. It's not like he's like, oh shit, they found out. Oh.
Like, no, he did it on fucking purpose.
Right, Martin Scorsese was supposed to executive produce the movie, yo. So, yeah, he picked Robert Downey Jr., or excuse me, he picked Robert De Niro for a fucking reason. I don't know if you got that. Like, that's why, like, again, I don't like bullshit arguments. You don't like a movie? Cool. You like a movie? Cool. Just don't make shit up. It's stupid. Like, I read a whole article, like, there was a book called, like, Scorsese on Scorsese, and he was like, yeah, look, like, you guys like Goodfellas? Yeah, here's the movie I wanted my movie to be based on the entire structure and style of, because I love this French movie.
What was The Departed based off of?
Infernal Affairs. And that movie won the Oscar.
That movie's really good. I really love that movie. Like
Infernal Affairs?
Both of them.
Yeah, a lot of people really hate The Departed. I don't hate The Departed.
I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Like, I think Departed is a great movie.
Yeah. But, yeah, it's based on something. Now, that's like kind of an American remake of it.
Yeah,
but like, there are movies that directors do homages. Like, directors love movies. That's why they are directors. So that they go, oh, I like this little thing, and, you know, like, I like that style of shooting, or I like the narrative way that this is presented. Yeah, they put those things in there. Nobody's reinventing the wheel.
Like, if you ask Quentin Tarantino what his favorite movies are, he'll tell you what he aped from those movies to put in his own movies.
Yeah, he's like people.
He's a nerd.
Right, but people act like, I don't like when people are like, he's a hack. Like, no, he's not. Like, you're not finding out that those things are in the movie unbeknownst to him. You're not like, aha, Tarantino, aha, I figured this out. He's like, oh shit, they found out. Don't tell nobody. He's like, yeah, nigga, look, yes, I love these movies. I like Japanese shit. That's why it's all in Kill Bill.
What movie? The 3-hour movie he did, Hateful Eight.
Yeah.
I can't remember what movie. What
it's pulled from a lot of westerns.
It's one director in particular that he pulled from, though. I can't remember the name of it. What his name is though. The dude that did a lot of the Clint Eastwood movies.
Okay, like spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
But like this idea of it needs to be a new thing that you've never seen. That's why, like, in that conversation to that person, I was like, tell me your top 5 favorite movies, modern movies. And I'll go and point through that they've copied something from all of them. Name a Marvel movie. I dare you. What you think they they ape shit all the time. Guess what? All those magical scenes in Doctor Strange that you think are incredible, they ape that shit directly from fucking Contact. Go watch Contact directly from it. Like, exactly, like the scene where he's there for a second and he gets like pulled. It's from Contact, dude. You know why? Because they like the movie, dude. They're like, that was really fucking cool. They didn't invent nothing new. Unless you're the fucking Wachowskis and you're putting together a new camera system, everything is the same. It's just people telling different stories. That's it. God damn, that shit pisses me off. I hate that shit. Just stop making dumb arguments, yo. And watch other movies, yo. Go watch a movie from 40 years ago. That's the problem. Is everyone thinks movies started when they started watching. I started watching movies in 80. That's when movies started. No, Goodfellas isn't the end all be all. He copies shit too.
Would you like to play a game? I don't even know where that shit came from.
Oh shit, man!
Yeah, that's from fucking war games.
Global thermal nuclear war. Like, that shit is the fucking most 80 shit I've ever heard in my entire life, yo.
Yeah, they all copy shit. I just don't understand it. Oh, they all need to be original. Nigga, none of it is original. None of it is.
Your entire argument goes right back to the only thing that people don't have nowadays, and that's nuance in education.
Yeah, look. Yo, you have access to Amazon. They got every damn movie on there to rent. You rent anything you want.
For at least $2.99. That shit's ridiculous. How am I a Prime member and still paying for that shit, yo? That shit bothers the fuck.
They secretly just became Blockbuster. Like, which is kind of amazing. They did. Yeah, they did. Like, with no one noticing, with no fanfare, they were just like, everything is for rent. Status? They were like, they did. But you don't have to go. You don't have to worry about returning nothing. You know what I mean? Yo,
you gotta worry about rewinding?
No. They just took, like, oh, Netflix has streaming. Yeah, Amazon's like, that's cool. That's fine. We got all this.
Right.
And I rent from Amazon all the time. I do. I rent movies all the time. Like, oh, shit, this movie just came out. Boom. It's right there. So yes, just go back and watch other movies. Go watch movies that came out decades before you were born. That will inform you of the shit that's out there. Like like this argument that all this stuff is new or stealing. It's nonsense. It's fucking dumb. It's a waste of time. All right, what the fuck brought to you by JTD? Terrence. Or Micah, actually.
A woman has been getting a lot of attention online for devising a very unusual yet surprisingly popular ice cream flavor.
Vagina.
Guinea pig.
No.
Where's she from?
Germany.
Oh, no.
England. Guinea pig?
I'm going South America somewhere.
You are correct. It is in Ecuador.
Yeah.
You probably know the guinea pig as a fucking rodent. In South America.
I feel like you're making ad-libbing.
like Ecuador, Peru, or Bolivia, people cook guinea pig with salt and serve them with potatoes and peanut sauce. Did you have that when you went to Chile?
I didn't, but I would eat this.
I think I'd try that.
Yeah, I would try guinea pig. Why not?
No, I don't want rodent flavored ice cream. Still,
No, I wouldn't
even
try
in
the ice
these,
cream. I'm talking about like,
I would try the ice cream as well.
Nah, fuck
No,
that. I ain't like that Earl Grey, whatever bullshit that was.
Nigga, this shit ain't Demolition Man. I ain't eating no fucking rat burger. Still, even in these countries, the idea of guinea pig flavored ice cream has been causing quite a bit of eyebrow
Like, I don't want
raising.
meat flavored ice cream. That's the fucking problem.
I mean, that is a problem. Yeah, I agree with
Gross.
People are used to the rodents as the main ingredient of traditional dishes, but ice cream flavor? That would be like turning beef into an ice cream flavor in the United States. Not exactly. Depending on what it is.
Like, what kind of seasoning is in the beef that you would try that fucking...
Exactly.
Because beef itself...
Yeah, you're right. It's all about the seasoning. Right. Like mesquite. I'm gonna try mesquite flavored ice cream.
Just fucking barbecue sauce.
A nice smoky ice cream.
They would just put like fucking... That's just barbecue sauce flavored ice cream.
That's
That
hilarious.
sounds wonderful to me.
That's hilarious. I'll have the mesquite, please. What is wrong with you? Oh my god.
Let me see. One woman has been selling hundreds of guinea pig ice cream cones per day over the last few months.
That's disgusting.
And the news
What?
of her unusual delicacy spreads around the world. Demand is expected to skyrocket. I got news for you, lady. That ain't happening.
They also have crab, chicken, and pork.
Like, what's the crab taste like?
Like
I don't know.
Like, if it was crab
Like
taste...
crab chips.
Does it taste like Old Bay?
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like Old Bay, that's fine.
No, I have had Old Bay ice cream.
Yeah.
Old Bay ice cream is pretty good.
That's
It just,
what it would be.
it just tastes like salted caramel, basically.
Yeah, Old Bay is fine. I'm not eating rodent ice cream.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no
pussy.
thanks.
Nah. I'm too good to eat.
I would
rodent.
eat a guinea pig if it tastes like pumpkin pie.
I don't like pumpkin pie.
No, because we're black. It's
Sweet potato pumpkin pie. I don't like either one.
Sweet potato pumpkin pie? What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't like it.
No, he doesn't like either one.
Wait. Okay. So it's not combined. You're talking
No,
about
I don't like either one.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
which
said
I
sweet
which
potato
I find
pumpkin
to be
pie.
Yeah, that sounds
all
just
in one
like I would
word.
vomit.
I was going to have to ask you, sir.
See, I like both. I prefer sweet potato because blackness.
Yes.
But I had pumpkin pie a number of years ago. I was like, this is not revolting.
Mm.
Okay.
All right, Terrence, you're up. Your story's about pumpkin pie.
Gotta get you some Henry's Soul Cafe sweet potato pie.
I don't think it's gonna work.
That'll change it.
Nah, get you some of my mama's sweet potato pie.
Terrence is like, how dare you?
No thanks.
I don't want any of your mom's pie.
As soon as they came out of my mouth, I knew I was in trouble. As soon as I said it, she was like, damn it.
You may want to hold that.
I'm not here sounding like Deacon, getting myself in trouble. Don't know what to say out my mouth.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Man had some tweezers stuck in his penis for 4 years.
For 4 years?
How did he pee?
For 4 years?
He just had like the split shit like you do normally after sex?
Man had tweezers stuck in his urethra. Oh, God.
He's right. It's not wrong.
In his urethra for 4 years.
It's not an incorrect statement.
Oh, shit.
Tweezers? Why were they in there at first? What was he trying to get out, Terrence?
Nut?
Tell me.
Oh, God. Okay, doctors have taken part in a delicate operation to remove a foreign object from inside a man's penis. Patient 22, who has not been named, claimed he did not suffer any pain since he inserted a pair of tweezers into his urethra 4 years earlier. Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Wait. Did he get him all the way in?
He had to, right? Because it had to be stuck in there, right? For 4 years.
I didn't realize that the male urethra, the only one, was so pliable.
Have you ever been,
I didn't know that.
Have you ever been to a clinic and gotten tested where they take a metal rod with a piece of cotton?
No. I say nay. No.
Yeah, that shit's real. Like that's some real shit. I've been through that.
All right.
No.
All right.
No.
You know, and that's not fun because they stick it up there and then they turn.
All right, yo, stop. Chill. No. Doctors apply pressure on either side of the penis to keep the 2.7-inch
So this is
tweezers
a big ass pair of tweezers, man.
closed while squeezing them out from the base of the shot.
Oh, did we discuss the location of this?
I don't even know yet. To be honest with you,
I'm going China. Going China.
I mean, it's got to be China, right? They ain't got nothing to do over there.
He was jerking his dick off with the piece of tweezers.
Oh, come on, dude. That's mean. Hilarious, but mean. Really mean.
And then he tripped.
God
He tripped
damn.
over something while he was trying to.
Oh,
They
damn.
lost
if
him.
they removed them while they were still open, the sharp ends could have damaged the urethra. It
Could
is not
have.
They
known
were
why
in
he
there for
inserted.
4 years.
It is not known why he did the shit in the first place, but some men enjoy putting items in their penis. That's called sounding.
4 years.
The X-ray revealed
Do they
where
have
the
a picture?
tweezers showing the
Yeah, they
closed
do.
end had become
I have
embedded
to
in
see
the
this.
bulbous
No,
urethra
you
at the
don't.
top.
I didn't need to see that. I really did. Wow.
How did he fucking do that? How did he accomplish such a
Do
feat?
you really want to know?
No, I do not. But
I don't-
I'm confused.
This has got to be China, dude. I refuse to believe that this is anywhere.
They don't even have this. They don't. It's so fucking crazy. They don't even have the goddamn country.
Yikes.
The
All
8
right.
centimeter forceps were embedded in a false passage at the proximal end of the bulbous urethra. What does that mean?
I don't know, but I don't want to know.
This is gross.
All right, Demetrius, you're up. I literally cannot listen anymore. Bro.
Okay.
Damn.
I hate you.
A huge 20-inch.
Square up, yo. JTD square up next
No,
time.
no. And if anything, JTD needs a square up for sending these fucked up sites that always got ads all over the place. That
No, I'm
shit's-
gonna fight him when I see him.
Anyways, a huge.
He's gonna be
20
weak too. He's a vegan now.
A huge 20-inch hairball cut out of a teenager's stomach by surgeons. 20 inches. Do you know how big 20 inches is?
Bigger than it needs to be.
Nigga, it's almost 2 feet, yo.
Surgeons removed this huge human hairball weighing
Basketball,
4.4 pounds.
For real. If it's a hairball,
This shit, it weighed 4.4 pounds from a teenager's stomach. The bizarre procedure took place when the unnamed 19-year-old was admitted to the hospital in the city, blah, 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 for severe stomach pains.
This is
According
Chinese
to
fault.
reports, the young woman was vomiting after meals and struggling with a lack of body strength. After carrying out a thorough medical examination, the doctors discovered a basor, a solid mass of indigestible material that had accumulated in her stomach. The basor had filled up almost all of her stomach, causing immense pain and an ulcer in the intestines,
how do you
according
not
to
see
reports.
a 20-inch ball of hair from the outside? No, that's like 12 inches. That right there.
So what are we talking?
20
Nigga,
inches,
20
20
inches
fucking
is like-
basketball. Like I said, yeah.
During the surgery, doctors removed a huge ball of hair that reportedly measured 50 by 10 by 10 centimeters, 20 by 4 by 4 inches. The head of the surgical team that operated on the teenager, this doctor, things like that can begin with an apparent innocent habit of chewing on your own hair.
Oh, Look, hold on a second. Here's the thing about hair. Hair on women can be beautiful, long, afro, whatever. The second, and I mean the second, it leaves your head, it is the most disgusting thing on the planet. It is. It's gross. It's gross.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's fucking awful. No.
Look like that guinea pig flavor.
Yo, I would eat that guinea pig ice cream every day, all day, to never see that image again. That's fucking gross.
So the group of people the most at risk for this are young girls, and the swallowed hair remains in their stomach.
Oh, that's fucking
Why are you
awful.
swallowing hair? Yeah.
Because you're a beast. Because you're a beast.
I can't
Okay.
do that shit.
No.
The patient's mother said the doctor received fantastic treatment at the hospital and is almost back to full health. People who swallow their own hair have said to have psychiatric disorders
Pica.
called trichophagia.
That's when they eat metal, right?
No, pica is it's a number of things. It's just like inedible things, like dirt.
This order is
Tires
related.
and shit.
This disorder is related to a slightly more common condition where people have an irresistible urge to pull out their own hair, called trichomotillomania. Yeah, and it's a.
I think that's what's
Aphasia.
No,
I think that's what's happening with me. That's
That
why
is
I'm
a
going balls that night.
that's a 15-letter word there, sir.
Wait, which one? People who swallow their own hair are said. Oh, the other one.
Triskaidekaphobia.
No, no, try that.
Oh, trichotillomania.
Yeah, you nailed it.
There you go.
Yeah, Terrence is like, yeah, everyone has that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody knows
so what do you
that.
think
That's
this
a
is?
common word.
Yeah, no bullshit. So what do you think this is? Where this
This
happened?
got to be China.
I'm
dude.
saying China. I'm looking at the story, but I'm saying China because I didn't see these. I didn't
Micah?
India.
That's a solid choice, too.
see. Yeah.
Oh, Russia.
Oh, damn. We were
Russia?
all wrong. Ew.
Russia.
If you're listening,
Yo, that's
you're
what-
disgusting.
That's what those people are doing over there. That's who our leader is siding with. A bunch of hair eaters.
Our leader, my ass.
Right.
This is who we're getting rolled by.
Right.
Susan the
Bunch
hair
of
eater.
morons that eat their own hair.
Oh, taking over the U.S. Gross. All right, let's do the last story. iPhone user sues Apple for turning him gay. Okay.
Yo, this is the most white man American shit I've ever heard in my entire goddamn life.
An iPhone
Florida.
An iPhone user recently filed a $1 million lawsuit against Apple, accusing the American corporation of indirectly turning him gay.
Arkansas.
In a court filing, it's not really $1 million. Okay, it's not dollars.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. China.
In a court filing that went viral on the internet,
Russia.
the plaintiff alleges that he became mired in a same-sex relationship after receiving the wrong kind of cryptocurrency on a virtual wallet app that he installed on his phone. The man
Wait, what?
he was like, I got Bitcoin, so I just started sucking dick. That's not how that works. I think maybe you wanted to. It's fine. The man
my
identified claims that he received. Okay. Instead of getting, I guess, Bitcoin, the man identified claims that he received 69 gay coins, a cryptocurrency designed for members of the LGBT
Oh, this shit is African
community.
like a motherfucker, yo.
From the anonymous
This shit got
sender.
Nigeria written all over it.
The mysterious transfer was accompanied with the message that
Gay
says
coins.
It's a cryptocurrency. It came with a message that says don't knock until you tried it, which kind of made sense to the guy, and eventually pushed him to become involved in a gay relationship.
What Nigerian priest is doing this shit?
No, hold on, because I gotta give the quote. This is funny. I thought, indeed, how can I judge something without trying it? And decided to try same-sex relationships. I can say after the passage of 2 months that I'm mired in intimacy with a member of my own sex and I can't get out. I have a steady boyfriend and I don't know how to explain it to my parents. After receiving the aforementioned message, my life has changed for the worse and will never be normal again.
I kissed a boy and I liked it. What are you doing?
Dude,
What are you doing?
dude, you're gay. It's fine.
Right.
No one cares. But dude's like, oh, it's cryptocurrency.
That's the most ridiculous fucking thing I've ever heard.
It's really stupid. All right, so you're saying
I said
Africa?
Africa, yo. They hate gay people over there for some
They
reason.
really
I
do.
say India.
India?
I'm saying China.
The hair eaters in Russia.
Yo, what the fuck? Oh, they really hate gay people. He might not want to divulge that information at all in Russia.
So he's filing a $1 million ruble lawsuit.
Yeah, all right.
Or 1 million.
1 million rubles, $37.
Yeah, in Russia it's like $90. It's like a ruble is worth nothing.
Yeah,
You know, when I hear rubles, I think rupees.
yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Legend of Zelda.
Right. That's
But rupees are real.
They are?
currency.
Yeah,
Yeah,
in where?
India.
In India.
Oh well.
1 million rubles is $15,000.
Get the fuck out of here.
$15,000.
15,000.
Yo, he just tried. He tried to get $15,000 to
Like,
go
I
see
wanna
his
get a
boyfriend.
Right.
It's a scam.
He said gay coins made him gay. What's a gay coin?
It's a type of cryptocurrency.
It is?
Yeah.
Apparently
For what?
for
Ask-
gay
ask-
folks.
For your gay
Chick-fil-A.
purchases, I guess. I don't know.
Gay coin.
Chick-fil-A just doesn't fuck with it.
Yeah, gay coin is it is a cryptocurrency. Yep.
This is how you know cryptocurrency is bullshit, yo.
Yeah, they just make sure that I don't
make
know
sense.
fucking gay coin.
Doom dollars.
Yeah, bullshit.
Fucking well.
Yeah, Yoda coin.
I'm gonna create bison dollars. Why the fuck not? Yeah, why the fuck not?
There's Dogecoin, right? Like there's
Yeah, it's a real fucking thing.
wow, Bitcoin is worth a lot of money. Jesus Christ. I don't know.
Is it real money though?
I don't know. It's just long division, and I'm confused. I just assume that one day it's going to be worth a lot, and then the next day they divide by 4 and it's gone. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't understand it. I feel like I'm not smart enough, and I've just resigned myself to being okay with that. All right, there are no trailers this week.
I've been watching a lot of television. I've been watching Stumptown. That was
Oh, I heard that's pretty good.
it is pretty good.
Yeah, especially a comic.
And Kobe Smulders is actually attractive. I
I've
never
always
saw her as attractive before.
Oh, I always thought she was.
I don't know.
In How I Met Your Mother.
No.
All right, that is it for us. We will see you guys next week.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. You're watching the Nerdpocalypse YouTube channel. Make sure you click that button to subscribe and check out our weekly podcast where we talk about movie, TV, news, tech, and weird stories from around the internet.